and we had struggled a lot, and we'd been through a lot at that point, as a family. And my mom working, 3 jobs just to keep us in our house. And, we were on and off food stamps for a bit. Like it was a time. And so there was this, yeah.
Well, what did your dad do?
My parents were divorced at that point,
right.
and he stayed in Louisville.
He stayed in Louisville.
Was in Louisville. Yeah.
Oh man.
So that was the other thing that, we were all, it is just so wild to think about all of that now, and how many people helped us along the way, and how many, like, I think about Roe now. I think about this holding deal from Warner Brothers now. I think about just everything that aligned for all of us to be here. It's really nuts.
Kind of a miracle.
It is kind of a miracle.
The chances of survival in this sound like we're going to the Arctic. The chances of survival here in Hollywood.
It is like going into the Arctic. Also, my mom was like a single mom. She was like, I think I'm 40. I turned 40.
You look, by the way, not hitting on you. I'm just saying you look fantastic. I would have thought 32.
Oh, Michael.
No, you look great. Is that really good lighting? Because you do look great.
Oh God, thank you so much. I feel great. I feel great.
That's good. Was a divorce hard for you as a kid?
Yeah, divorce is awful. Divorce is awful.
Yeah, I went through it too. I went through a divorce. In fact, I've been through, my sister's been divorced 4 times. My dad's divorced twice. My mom's divorced. Anyway, I get that. But how old were you when they split up?
12.
Well, that's got to be incredibly hard.
Yeah, it was. It's really, really hard. Divorce is just really hard. I went through one myself a few years ago, and I think as a kid, there was a sort of pressure that maybe you want to be. I know for me, I kind of wanted to be everything to both of them. I wanted to help them. That was my feeling, was like, oh, I want to help, you heal, and I want to help you heal. And I want to, like, everybody's hurting. And this, it's just a really complicated, hard thing to go through. But also I think sometimes for the best, as hard as it is, it's not necessarily the unhappy ending. Always.
Yeah. Do you see signs as a 12-year-old? Because I saw signs when I was a kid, and I was like, these people should not be together. I knew that my parents shouldn't be together. So it didn't shock me. What shocked me is that they were together as long as they were. So was yours shocking, or was it dysfunctional?
Not shocking at all. I think I remember sort of thinking, like, I was surprised it hadn't happened yet. But I think there was, I remember they separated once when I was about 8. And I was so devastated that I don't have a ton of memory from it. I just remember, like, my brain exploded. And I remember just being so overwhelmed at that thought. And I actually think my reaction is one of the reasons that they were like, okay, we need to smooth this over for now.
You were so devastated that your parents probably got back together. That was probably the reason.
I was probably the reason that they were unhappy for 4 more years.
My God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough, but they both supported your endeavors. They both supported you going out to Los Angeles. And
I think for the most part, they were both always, I always felt that support. I did plays from the time I was 8 years old. And that was always the one thing. And I'm so grateful. I look back on it now. I just think about it. It's so wild when I think about my mom being my age and having, like, teenage kids and making a decision to go to Hollywood with them. It's so wild. But there was this feeling that even in everything my family went through and the struggles that we had, that we could still do anything, like dream big. And so I for that, I'm just incredibly grateful. Like nothing was off limits. It's sort of that same thing.
Yeah. Do they talk still? Were they friends? Do they talk?
No.
Nothing. Yeah, mine don't either. In fact, I always have this fear at my wedding. I'd have to have 2 different weddings because it'd be so uncomfortable to have them both in the same room. And I really have. My therapist is like, "Why are you talking? You're not even you're not even a committed relationship, let alone married, and you're fucking worried about your wedding and your parents being there. What? This is anxiety out the ass."
I was just about to say, Michael.
I know. Well,
that's next level anxiety. I have it too, though. I think about things like that all the time. And it's like, oh my God, wait, this isn't even a real scenario. I don't.